Hi, people. Good evening. I hope we're doing well. Happy New Day to people that are in America. I can't forget America so quickly. It's not possible. At least America built me to a great extent. And back here, I still have to reference that great country. So, if you're new in my YouTube channel, welcome. And if you are a returning viewer, I want to say thank you for always supporting me. Today, I want to talk about the healthcare system in Nigeria because I mentioned that my baby had a home accident and she was admitted for a whole week. I spent my 1 week at the hospital and I saw the good, the bad, and the ugly. No, I didn't see the ugly, but I mean, due to what happened to her, we saw the ugly, but not the healthcare system. So, I'm going to start by saying if people have been following our glaucoma story about the baby, um, I was supposed to go to Eye Foundation on October 1st for exam under anesthesia. And then, oh man, I was so mad because I got to Eye Foundation. I traveled all the way from Ibadan to Lagos to start with. I got to Eye Foundation and they told me they couldn't do the exam because the baby had catarrh. I was so mad because at that instance, I just missed America because that was the first time ever I would miss America for real, for real. And there was a time I said I missed America because tilapia fish has become so scarce now, and I've been craving tilapia. And if I were in America, I would have just gone to Namdemu or something and buy tilapia, even though it's not gonna be the same taste I was used to, but then it's better than not having tilapia at all. That was the first time I would miss America, but that was irrelevant because if there's no tilapia, I could still eat other kind of fish. But for real, that day, I missed America because if it was in America, they would call me a day before the procedure and tell me the time to stop feeding her, the arrival time, the time I could give her clear juice until they will go through all this pre-surgery survey to know if she has cold or cough or any symptom of cold. All those questions never made sense to me until I realized that it was a reason they could not do a exam under anesthesia. I was sent back home and that pained me so much because I traveled down to Lagos for this procedure. I came out of the hospital, I just saw this ofada rice that was hawking. I just bought ofada rice and went back to Ibadan. I was supposed to stay for 4 days in Lagos and check my other projects, but I was so angry. I just bought food and went back home. That same weekend, if I had known, I would have gone to my sister's house as I had planned it in Lagos and come back Sunday morning. So that Saturday, my daughter had this home accident. She fell and she missed. She actually wanted to hold on to the table and she missed. So she fell, hitting her eye on that table. So we had to take her to the hospital. I didn't take her to the hospital because she didn't hit the eye for real. It was right in my presence. She didn't hit the eye, but I knew she fell. She had like a scratch like on the side. So I was thinking there was no problem. It was just a scratch. But I kept watching her. Sunday, I gave her pain relief and she was okay. So I noticed like a spot on that Sunday. So I decided to take her in on Monday. So the mistake I made was I didn't take her to the emergency. I took her to the complaint for eye clinic. So I took her to the eye clinic for a complaint. And that just messed everything up because the time they spent to get to us was a long time. So now, don't get me wrong. This wasn't their fault. It was my fault for not taking her to the emergency. I could have taken her to the ward, but don't forget, I'm new and I don't know how the system works. I don't know how they work there. But I'm likening this to walking in to a eye clinic in a big hospital in the US. Even if you did not walk in, I can remember very well that even when we had appointments, I had spent 8 hours before to see the eye doctor in the US. If they do not give you the first appointment with Dr. Albert, oh my, just forget it. You're spending your whole day at that clinic. So it's almost the same thing. Yeah, this was a walk-in, no appointment, just a complaint. So the junior doctor saw me and she was like, oh no, the consultant has to see you. Before we got to the consultant, it was already almost 3 o'clock. So everything was already messed up and they had to admit her instantly. They said we couldn't go home, that it was really bad. So we were admitted. I won't lie to you, most people have been encountering at the hospital, UCH precisely, everybody has their different kind of attitude. So I'm going to categorize them in junior staff, consultants, cleaners, people in the lab. I'm going to just categorize them like that. So since we started going to UCH, I noticed this one thing. For those people that went to real university, not polytechnic. Now, this is not to Yab Polytechnic graduates, but I'm not sure if they have medicine in polytechnic. I think they only have a SLT that you can use to cross. I'm not sure. So if you're sure, you can put it in the comment section. So I am imagine going to OAU. You are already feeling on top of the world if you attended OAU. Now imagine studying medicine in OAU. Oh my. You will wear double shoulder pad. You wear double shoulder pad. Like your shoulder will be so high. You feel like you're better than everybody. So now imagine a consultant, a doctor, especially all these junior doctors in UCH. They feel better than everybody. So they always feel like, do you think it's easy to graduate from med school? You know, that kind of feeling proud of yourself, that kind of feeling, that's the vibe I got. But you know, as much as I want to hide the fact that I just got back to the country, once they're asking you some questions, you just can't resist but to let them know you just came. Questions like, where did she have her surgery? What have you given her? Has she reacted to Septrin before? And I answered, she has never taken Septrin before. And they'd be like, ow, for 2 years of her life, she has never taken Septrin. What about chloroquine? She has never taken it before. So that explains, they start asking some questions like, ow, this, that. So I just tell them we just got back. It's only been 2 months and they've never fallen sick since we got back. So that explains why. You know, so because of that, they give me a kind of respect that I do not notice they give to every other person. If you maintain, they will treat you nicely. But overall, my experience, nobody was a bully to me. Nobody harassed me. Nobody treated me unnicely. Let me put it, if there's any word like that. But generally speaking now, with the consultants, they were the nicest set of doctors I met. For me, for other people, whether local, whether rich or poor, they don't care. They gave the utmost respect. So I believe that when you newly attain a role, there's a way it gets to you, like feeling on top of the world. I think that is the case with the residents. I think that's the case with the young ones. Most of these people are in their 20s and some of them are even single. They've not yet seen life. Let me put it that way. They've not yet seen life. Life has not humbled them. So you can compare them to the older ones in their 50s. They've seen life. Life has humbled them to a great extent. knowing fully well that there's nothing in medicine or whatever certificate, and there's more to life than those papers that we hold. So you can try and pick some points in what I'm saying. So that's that with the treatment with doctors. But if you ask me, do UCH, let me not generalize now, has a great healthcare system? I will say yes. Yes. I will emphasize the yes. I won't even try any private hospital here in Ibadan. I won't. UCH, they got it. Yeah, they do. Any unit, eye section, emergency, oncology or whatever, they just have it going on. I know I hear a lot about OATHC too. I lived in Ife. OATHC have it going on too. A lot of all these federal hospitals, especially UCH, OAU, I heard Uni is doing great when it comes to healthcare. So I know for us that came from abroad, we would want all these private hospitals because we believe they treat better. Trust me, bro, sis. These private hospitals, for the most part, they have one or two great doctors, and the rest of the people are nurses. That is if they can even hire real, like the high qualified nurses, like matrons and stuff. I don't think they do. I think they usually hire the junior ones, like the younger ones that just came out of school. And so I'm saying, all in all, if you want the best healthcare, it's better to go to a federal hospital. But there are a lot of things you have to combat if you want to do that. You will get the best result, best healthcare. Like, they know what they are doing. Yeah, in terms of that, I believe they know what they're doing. Everything they ever told me at UCH, if I'm entering Google and meeting it like that, as I'm chatting Indians, I'm meeting it like that. Like the same thing UCH is telling me, Indian is telling me. So like there's nothing different. Nothing. And the woman is so confident. The pediatric ophthalmologist that they have, she is extremely confident that she won't even call A, B for you. She won't. But if you're the type that I tell people I'm Agbero, I adapt so easily when it comes to switching environments, especially the ones that are not so beautiful. I went to OAU. I went to OAU. OAU is one of the levelers that I know. OAU is like America. It will level you. No matter, even if you are the child. Back then in the days, white people used to attend OAU, governors' children. You just see this commissioner daughter. You see this PAMSEC. They all attended OAU. So nobody was seeing anybody as this one is above me, that one is beneath me. If you're in OAU, you're in OAU. You're a student like me. So why am I saying this? OAU will teach, especially if you lived in the hostel. Oh no, you'll be able to adapt to a lot of things. So at first, the facility bothered me at the hospital now. The facility bothered me that I even asked the junior doctor that first attended to me when we first started going before the home accident. And I asked her, why don't they renovate these things? And she was like, let's not talk about this, blah, blah, blah. She mentioned a few things I don't want to talk about online. But if you're the type that is looking for a beautiful facility, don't bother. Don't go. But if you're looking for a good health care, you want people to call it what it is for you and treat you how you need to be treated and not try to romance anything. Yeah, those hospitals are the place to go. Are the places to go. So that is that about the facility. If you're the type that wants pin room, it's not for you. That's number one. Number two, you see that one that everybody will be in the waiting room. They will not be calling you in one by one, see one person before they call another person in. No, it's not happening here. It happens in private hospital because I experienced that at eye center. But you see at UCH, they can call 5 people in at the same time. As they are putting eye drop in your own eye for your eye to dilate, they are attending to another person, quickly going through their file and see what they need. As they are going through your file and reviewing, another person is already checking your eye with their equipment. They just do pa 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 on everybody like that. And maybe it makes your visit longer. I don't know, but I asked them why. And they're like, they're overwhelmed. If they don't do it like that, a lot of people will wait all day and will have to come back the next day without being seen. Most of the doctors have traveled out. They've gone for greener pastures. And the few ones that are left, they are doing their best to help the people. And that's the best they can do. So you have to be ready to be patient whenever you go. And if they feel like you need privacy, you ain't getting no privacy in that room. They can talk to you with bedroom voices so that other people don't hear about what you're talking about. But yeah, that's how they're gonna attend to you with other people in the room. So that's that. Then the non-medical staff now, I'm likening this to when I was in OAU. There are academic staff, there are non-academic staff. So non-medical staff, maybe the ones that look for the files, the ones that look for that you give your blue card to. They're extremely rude. Extremely. So I come to the conclusion that those ones that are not even anything, I'm sorry I'm using this adjective to qualify a human being, but that's the best way I can qualify them. You see, those ones that are not, that can be, that you can do without, if only they will allow us go on with our files and bring them the next day. Those ones you can do without, they are the most rude set of people. I don't know if they are frustrated. I don't know if they are overwhelmed. I don't know what is wrong with them. But you see those ones that are supposed to be rude based on they suffer for school and all this, you will sweat before you graduate out of nursing, pharmacy, medical school and all those things. They are even the nice ones. I guess they've seen a lot. They put themselves in the patient's shoes and they've just been there and they see a lot of cases every day. I think life has humbled them somehow. So getting to the word, I don't want to make this video too long, so I'm just trying to combine two different things, which is the challenges, the frustration, and the real good healthcare system. So in the word, the person that received us, I didn't really have time to assess her. She was overwhelmed. It made her cranking. So I had to leave my secretary there with my daughter to go and get my other daughter before I started calling family members that this happened. I needed help and all of that. My secretary came through first. And then the next day, my younger sister came from Lagos. My mom came. Mother-in-law came. So that first day, immediately we got to the ward. Before they could give her a bed and all of that, the woman said she had a lot of file to prepare, that we should just be patient. I'm like, I can't wait. I have to go get my daughter. This was already 6 o'clock. And my daughter already closed from school at past 2. I had to call the school that, please, I will get her as soon as I can. I have an emergency, and they understood. So I left. I came back. I don't know if she was the same person I met when I came back, but the other one I met when I came back, she was really nice. She was really, really nice. And it was a day to me leaving, I found out that she was actually their boss, because all of them was calling her Oga, Oga, Oga. So the next morning, the one that took over from her, oh man, she gave it to me, I gave it to her back. Like right there, we fought that morning. Because she felt like I was supposed to know that I was supposed to hold my child for her to give her eye drop. I'm like, woman, I don't know how it works here. If you need me to help you, you say it. Don't assume I'm supposed to know. Then she was like, ah, da, da, da. I'm like, no, I'm not used to the system. I'm not from here. I just came. So I don't know how it works. In America, if a nurse wants to come and administer anything, another nurse is coming with her. I don't have to hold my child. I did not have to join them in doing anything. So if your case is different, yeah, just let me know. I don't have a problem doing it. I've been administering eye drops for her alone for 2 years plus. So helping you is not a big deal. Just say it. Don't crank me. If you know you don't want to work, say it to your boss and let them change you. I gave it to her directly. Then she was like, oh, I'm sorry, ma'am. So I don't need your man. Just do your job. So since then, I think from there, she got that I'm not from there. So she started being respectful more. We became friends before I left. So I don't know if they told themselves, but throughout our stay, everybody was nice to us. And I think fairly, I'm a room person for real. I don't really come out of my room. Even at home, if you allow me, I will stay in this room 24 hours. I won't go out. Or should I say unfortunately or fortunately, I'm too busy. I have to go out daily, daily, daily. So throughout my stay, I only went out when it was. So that was that. Everybody was nice. And another thing is going to a government hospital, federal hospital, does not guarantee that you're not going to spend money. You will spend money, but it's going to be, excuse me, it's going to be extremely reasonable. The people still complained. I paid 3,400 naira, 3,300 naira for my daughter to see the consultant. That's for children. For adults, it was 5,300 or maybe 5,600. But while I was sitting in that room, in the waiting room, I heard these people complaining about how expensive it was, that they kept increasing it. It used to be 3,000, now it's 5,000. And I was saying in my mind, only if these people know that their 5,000 is nothing. It's nothing comparable to a copay. I understand that the way we make money here in Nigeria is different from how we make money there abroad. But despite the fact that money is not even easy to come by abroad, the only thing I tell people is you work, you get paid. That's the only easy part. You don't have to drag your employers to pay you. That's the only easy part. But that money is easy to make abroad, forget it. No, it's not. No, it's not. Even people that press computer, you just try and be unproductive and see if they will not lay you off. So, and then, if I tell you that a whole 6 days, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, were discharged on Saturday, 6 days was 11,900 for the room and the bed, and admission fee, and one fee like that. There were 2 fees, and 6 days for the bed was 11,900. But the reason I say you're going to spend money is you buy everything they're going to use on you, from the syringe to the needles to the cotton wool to the spirit to everything they're going to use on you. You're responsible for it. So that's why I say you're going to spend money. So depending on your case, what you spend might be a lot, what you spend might be not too much, depending on your case. So I'm going to bring this video to an end right now, but there is this other thing I want to talk about my experience during the hospital. And I think it would be nice for diasporans to understand this and know how how it affects our people, both home and abroad, and how they can help. So I appreciate you watching this far, and I'm going to see you on my next one. Thank you and bye.